So WNBA fans are losing their mind. They are calling conspiracy. They're calling conspiracy about the Indiana Fever.
WNBA fans are losing their mind, So, have you heard the latest conspiracy theory shaking up the WNBA? Fans are losing their minds, claiming the league is rigging things for Caitlin Clark. They're saying the WNBA president herself made Sydney Colson sign with the Fever just to help Clark get a ring. Can you believe it? But here's where it gets wild. Some people are already trying to claim that if Clark wins a championship now, it'll only be because she's on a super team. And get this, they're acting like the Fever are the only team stacking talent. Let's break it down.
It's like claiming that it's a whole rigged thing, that the WNBA is rigging it so that Caitlin Clark wins. And the reason why the WNBA is rigging it for Caitlin Clark is Sydney Colson.
Colson, a backup point guard who averaged just 2.5 points per game last season, is suddenly at the center of all this drama. A player who barely sees the court is now sparking one of the wildest conspiracy theories in WNBA history. It's crazy. And now people are saying the league is pulling strings to get Caitlin Clark a ring. Can you believe that? Some fans are even suggesting,
you need to have some caution, all right? We don't know how all these people are going to mix. We don't, not yet. But the idea that this is a big setup, oh God, here we go.
President Kathy Engelbert made the call to get Colson on the Fever. They're convinced it's all part of some big setup to guarantee Clark a championship.
Why?
Because Colson is leaving the Aces and signing with Indiana? It's like fans can't believe the Fever would make a move to build a competitive team without some sort.
Alright, the jig is up, Kathy. And you guys can call me a hater from what I'm about to say. I don't care. I'm a big dog. I can stand on it. Kathy made the call. Kathy made the call because you mean to tell me that two-time WNBA champion, the face of the God Dog League, okay? The Aces' main girl, right-hand man, Sydney Colson, is no longer returning to the Aces and is signing with the Indiana Fever? First of all, do the Fever even have any more roster spots open? How many folks are you guys going to sign?
But here's the truth. This is all about Caitlin Clark. Aces fans are scared. They're lashing out because they see what's happening in Indiana, and they know it's a threat to their team. The Fever are stacking talent, but it's not just about Colson. It's about building a team around Clark that can contend for a championship. The Aces fans...
What do you mean Sydney Colson is joining the Indiana Fever? What does that mean? Indiana is just being so fucking greedy right now. They took DB. They took Natasha. Now they got Sydney Colson. Why would they take Sydney from us? Why would they take Sydney from us? What the fuck we ever do to Indiana? Except beat them. But what the fuck we ever do to Indiana? Indiana better win a chip this year. They better win, or all of this is for nothing. All this shenanigan they're doing, breaking families apart, taking people from us, they better win the chip.
Clark is that good, and they're worried about what she might do in her second season. But let's talk about the real issue. They're throwing around this super team narrative. Sure, the Fever have made some moves, but
the league, the Fever organization are doing everything they should do to make sure their star is happy and that their star gets a ring. I didn't know they were going to load up like this, though. Dewana Bonner, Sydney Colson, just re-signed Kelsey Mitchell. You already have Aaliyah Boston. You have Caitlin. You have Lexi. You got the MAGA Barbie. Look, this is going to be good and bad for the Fever.
The other teams? The Aces have a stacked roster, and so do the Liberty. The Fever aren't the only team with multiple All-Stars. It's not like the league hasn't seen super teams before. So, let's keep it real. The Fever's moves aren't some rigged setup. They're smart, calculated.
Can I keep it real? There's a narrative out there that Kathy made the call, all right? Kathy Engelbert. Oh.
All WNBA fans crash out. The Aces fans, the Sky fans losing their mind because who would have ever guessed, by the way? Who would have ever guessed? When you have a top 5 player and a top 15 player on rookie deals, who would have ever guessed when you have those two things that the team was going to be better? Or they were going to be able to get free agents.
Dynasty. Sophie Cunningham, 2. She made the move to Indiana because she sees that same potential. She wants to be part of a competitive team and has a real shot at a championship. No one's forcing her into this situation. She's there because she believes in what the Fever are building. Let's talk about Sydney Colson. Some might ask, what's her deal? She's friends with Kelsey Mitchell and is eager to contribute as a true backup, without carrying the weight of being a starter. She'll still get her chances to shine, but on a team like the Fever, she doesn't have to play 35 minutes a game. That's a win for her. Is this a super team? Not quite. Yes, they're making moves, but the Fever aren't building a roster just based on star power. They're building a team. The Fever's roster construction is smart. They've got top players on rookie deals, and that gives them flexibility. The cap space allows them to sign big names without breaking the bank. They can add key pieces like Howard,